All right, Plays 20 students, how you guys doing? I thought I'd just throw a little tutorial again to help you understand how you can create in Minecraft and what to do, and the file that you're going to need to submit when you're done. So when you get into Minecraft, you're going to hit Create New, and there's lots of different things that you can do, but we're just going to go Create New World. Alright, inside of Create New World, you're going to give yourself, I would suggest you put the names of your group members in there, or maybe call yourself Group 1. I'll just call mine MRV, Mr. V. Alright, so inside of Minecraft, what we're going to do, we're in the default game mode. We don't have to craft anything or whatever, or worry about mobs. We're just going to go right into Creative. Creative will give you all the blocks that you need, including the redstone and everything that you need in order to build. So just do Creative, and you can do Infinite, but that will give you like even the picture here, like trees, hills, and all that, which is fun. And if you're an expert Minecraft user, I'd say go for it. But I would just invite you guys all to just choose a flat world, okay? And what that will allow you to do is just there's no obstacles in your way. Can just build. And remember, with this you're going to use this world 3 different times. So saving is a lot, and once you choose flat and you do this, that's what you have. One little drawback to flat: if you want to dig deep, it only goes so far before you get to the other side of the world, and you kind of free fall on that one. So just keep that in mind if you wanted to dig underneath as part of your roller coaster. Some of the other things that you would like to do, definitely I'd say show coordinates. That's really important, because then if you have other people come in, you can't get lost per se, especially if you use Infinite World. The coordinates come in. Always choose day. That would be, you don't have to worry about night and planting torches and stuff like that. And yeah, you can just show your classroom settings too, although I don't think that's going to matter too much for what we're doing. We want perfect weather, so you don't have to worry about rain happening all the time. Because we're in creative mode, you don't have to worry about mobs, or we don't want destructive items, that type of thing. So if somebody else comes in your world, they can't do it. So I'd really suggest you turn that off, and turn off player damage, those type of things. And no, we don't want player versus player damage either. You can turn the mobs off too. So that's just going to make your experience better for what we're trying to do. All right. So once we have this all set up, we have a name, we've chosen Creative, we are going to create. Alright, I love all the little tips that Minecraft always usually gives you. And we will talk about some of these slash commands too. There's a couple of things that you'll find will come very useful for that. Alright, so while we generate this world, I'd just like to say I'm really excited to see what you guys will build inside of here. So hopefully you read through your review, and hopefully you've built made your plan, because that's going to come in really handy as you do this. If you just come in here and you don't know what you're doing, it's going to take a while. So you can see it does give you on the left hand side, it's like, W is forward, S is back, A and D. So that's really nice. There is a way to hide that if you want, but we're going to leave that, because I think for a lot of you guys just starting out, that's going to be really beneficial to helping you guys find your way around. So as you can see there, it says E. E is for inventory. So when I hit E, that's why we chose Creative. You don't have to craft anything. You just get all of these, all of the Lego pieces, or all of the objects that you want to have to build. All right. So we don't have to worry about a lot of the weapons and all that. We just really need to concentrate on a few things. So we definitely need rails. What I would get, put a detector rail in there for sure. I would also bring up powered. You can use some of these other ones. I'd also maybe grab an activator rail in there too. We will need a minecart, and we'll grab just this regular minecart there. And if you guys know what you're doing with hoppers and stuff, you can do that. That's always good. I would also recommend that you put in blocks of redstone. That's going to help you out, quite a bit when you're playing and building it, because the redstone will basically provide like electricity to light it, to get your to make your roller coaster kind of go on its own, which you'll find it will become really useful. All right, so you can grab some other things as you go and build and do some different things. We might even get to the structure block. There's a cool thing you can do with that down the road. But I think we are good. No, I think, yeah, I just wanted to see if there's one other thing we can do. And I want to make sure we can spawn NPCs, non-playable characters. So you get this little A, because we're going to use those guys to basically tell what we're learning. And the other thing we want, so I clicked on the magnifying glass there, it helps you search. I also would like to maybe throw in a couple of signs here and there too. All right, actually, you know what? There's actually a blackboard that's really useful to adding some things in. And I'm just going to look here. Sorry. Yeah, you just put it in. Maybe it's a slate. Is it a board? My memory will come back to me soon. Yes, it was board. There we go. That comes in very useful as well. And we can always come back and add new things in and that. So we filled up our inventory. We get unlimited resources here. That's why I use creative mode. So if I was looking at I'll make it just a quick basic one based on a basic plan. Now if you hit the numbers at the top, that will go to your toolbar. So I hit 5 and that's why I got the redstone. If you hit 4, I get the minecart. So I'm just going to use block of redstone and I'm going to start to build. Okay, so I am right clicking to build here, and left click definitely will basically remove things for you. So I'm going along here, I'm building, and what I'm doing here is I'm trying to make my slope. Okay, so you can kind of see where I'm going. Actually, you know what? I'm going to try something a little unique here, because I might want to try to print this off, and it doesn't work so well if you don't make it solid. So we'll see if we go with that with this tutorial. All right, so that's not too bad. All right, and we go there, and you'll see what I'm building this. So I'm going to be following my my plan, and I'm going through and I'm just constructing this. Again, using redstone is amazing because it will allow me to power up my cart. If you don't do it, it doesn't get that energy supply. So that's something really important to know. Okay, so I like that so far. Coming over here, I'm looking, I'm like, okay, looking not too bad. I'm kind of building the foundation. Now I want my roller coaster to come down, and I'm going to build and go like that, go here and here. And again, I know there's a lot of students that are faster than me with that, and I think that's great, and I learn from you all the time. One thing I'm trying to do here is just kind of give you guys an idea of what this could look like and be. So I'm excited that you guys will have the opportunity to build this yourselves and be creative. But if all you do is basically make what I'm making here and figure out the slope for it, you're going to be more than fine for what we're trying to do. You know what, that can be tall enough, and I can just do this. Alright, so really I can talk all about slope with what we have here. Okay, I have created all 4 types of slope that we would need. So I am going to now fall down by double touch there, and again, you just have to play with Minecraft a little bit and it will help you. Start with a rail there, and I'm going to, I want the powered rail, so I'm going to see how that connects automatically, and that's what we're looking for. So I'm just right clicking on the top of, oops, I don't want to activate rail. I'm just clicking on the top of what we're doing here. So there we go, and you can see because it's redstone, it automatically powers up, and that's why I say use redstone right off the bat. I've seen some students do some different things, and if you have turns and stuff, you might have a couple of interesting things that you'd have to figure out, but I'll let some of you guys, I don't want to give everything away, right? Alright, so there I go. I've built my roller coaster, and hopefully that gives you an idea of what to do on that. I'm going to actually just do this. I'm going to blow this one up. and I'm going to put a couple blocks here, and I'm going to put my rail here and another power rail there. So when I go to 4 here, I can put down a cart, I can go in, right, and then if I hit W for forward, whee, there we go, done, the end. All right, it worked. You can see what I was talking about there. Now what you'll have to do is you're going to have to spawn some NPCs here. So at the beginning here, this is one type of slope, so I'm going to, now notice there it's not letting me do that. So this is a really important trick. If you hit slash and you type in world builder, okay, that will allow you to spawn these. So if I right click here, beautiful, I get my NPC and I can change the skin of it. I like these little computer guys. I can this might be slope number 1. Okay, and I go to edit dialog, type dialog here, slope number 1. And I don't know if you noticed, but this would be a positive slope because from left to right I'm going up. So I'd say this is a positive slope. And then what I'd ask you guys to do is say, you know, I'll start with the rise. The rise is, and then you'll tell me what it is. And the run is, and you tell me what it is. And then you'd say the slope is. Now, one thing when you do this, realize that each edge of the block is going to be 1 meter. So that makes things a lot easier for you too. So you just have to count how many blocks that you put in. All right, so you do that and you got that information inside of there. You can do some advanced settings, and actually I might ask you guys to add an URL in there that would say what is slope in that. So and you can also add commands and that type of thing with it too on the advanced settings, but we'll just start with that. So you would want to put your NPCs at different parts of what you're doing here. And for example, this could be your second slope there. So I'm just going to put a block here so I can take and I can spawn another NPC here, and I'll put all the details in after, but this is what I'm expecting you guys to do. Here's another example of slope. So I'm going to go and put this, I'm going to put right here, and I'm going to spawn another egg here. Okay, and I would change that. So hopefully you're getting the idea of what we want this to look like. And again, this is just bare bones. If you can do this, that's great, but I love watching it, creativity. Okay, so there's 4 different types of slope. Now this is a slope here, which will be vertical. You might have to figure out, because I don't know if you noticed where my cart landed, that wouldn't be a true vertical slope. So there's something you need to figure out with that, and I'll let you guys figure that out. So really, with building this minecart roller coaster in Minecraft, that's all you really have to do. Now, of course, I would love you to jazz it up, maybe put ticket takers in and say welcome. I would love if you guys would put, you know, here you can put a board down and welcome to my roller coaster, my slope roller coaster. So the more ideas you put down and stuff, obviously, I'd like to see you guys be creative in that. So you can see here, we can go in there. Some people have put dispensers out there and all that, but yeah, everything here is basically what you would need to finish this off. Now that structure block, I might come in and do that, but after, because you can actually take this out and 3D print this, which I think would be pretty neat. So I might try that for another lesson, but this is all you have to do. When you're done, and you should do this often, you can see where it says the position there by my little icon. That always good, so you know you don't get lost in that. And that's where, if you spawn in or other people spawn in, that's really important. So the coordinates are important. But you know, if I when I'm done, or as I'm working on it, I'm done, you hit escape and it takes you to here, and you want to hit save and quit. Okay, I would recommend you do this often so nobody goes in and griefs or does that. Or if you do this and you were in charge of the world, then you can send it to your group so they can do that. So this is an important step too. You can see here my roller coaster's in there, my name's in there. When I click on this little pencil, I will go into this part. I can go back to where I was a little bit before, and you can see, and this is an important thing. So I've got export world. You can also use copy world too. So if you have something you want to do something weird with it, you can do copy, but you don't lose the original. But I want you to export your world, and then what will happen, see how it says Mr. V world. I'm actually going to take that space out. I'll leave it. I'll take the space out. And this is what you're going to hand into me. So it's just like say a Word file almost, that when you click on this, it will open up in Minecraft. So I'll save it somewhere on my desktop, and level exported finished successfully. So I'm good to go. So I can go back in and make some changes, right? I can go back in and play, or you know, if I have to wait till the next day, I can just load it up and it will remember where I am. So, you know, I would strongly suggest that you save it and save often, save different versions, so you don't end up losing all that hard work that you did. So hopefully this is a good overview of what to do in Minecraft and build your roller coaster for part 1 of your slow project. Please ask me if you have any questions, and thanks for watching.